For decades, we have heard the same advice. Want to improve circulation and strengthen your heart? Just walk more. And, in fact, walking does offer clear benefits. However, for those of us over 50, that is often not enough. We need to face biological reality. Simply moving the legs does not overcome gravity if the true pumping system is not functioning properly. The calves are known in science as the second heart. Their function is to forcefully push venous blood from the ankles back toward the torso. The problem is that during normal walking, we almost never use a range of motion capable of fully activating this system. The result shows up even in people who walk every day: swelling, varicose veins, and a heavy feeling in the legs. Today, I'm going to introduce you to an exercise protocol that, from a biomechanical standpoint, is far more effective than simply walking when it comes to venous return. The goal is to make your second heart work with the same efficiency and reliability as the first. But the benefits go far beyond circulation. We're talking about restoring lightness, firmness, and elasticity to your stride, eliminating once and for all that shuffling gait that reveals age and fragility. This is a safe path to maintaining strength, stability, and independence for many years. We begin with the seated heel raise. This exercise targets the deep calf muscle known as the soleus. It lies beneath the more visible calf muscle and is extremely resistant to fatigue. In medical contexts, it is often referred to as a peripheral heart due to the essential role it plays in venous blood return. When it contracts, it pushes blood against gravity from the legs back to the chest. Training this region is not about aesthetics or maximal strength. It is a vital necessity for the circulatory system. It helps prevent blood pooling, reduce ankle swelling, and preserve vascular health. To perform the exercise correctly, it's important to isolate the soleus muscle. To do that, keep your knees bent. Sit on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your knees at a 90-degree angle. Place a moderate weight on your thighs. It can be a dumbbell or even the pressure of your own hands. Slowly raise your heels as high as possible while keeping the front of your feet firmly on the ground. Imagine deeply compressing the calf muscles. Hold for 1 second at the top, then slowly lower your heels with full control. Because this muscle is designed to endure all day long, it responds better to higher repetitions rather than heavy loads. Perform 3 sets of 15 to 20 slow, mindful repetitions. You should feel blood circulation, but without overloading the ankle. If you feel discomfort near the heel, reduce the load. The goal is to stimulate blood flow and endurance, not to push limits. Next, we move on to standing heel raises on an elevated surface. Here, the focus is on the larger calf muscle and especially the Achilles tendon. If the previous exercise focused on pumping and circulation, this one is essential for restoring tendon elasticity. Over the years, tendons tend to stiffen, which shortens your stride and reduces overall mobility. By performing the movement on an elevation, allowing the heels to drop below foot level, we safely restore the ankle's full range of motion. This keeps the joints loose and the tendons elastic, as they were in youth. Stand on the edge of a step or sturdy block and hold on to something stable for balance. Support yourself only on the front of your feet and slowly let your heels drop until you feel a deep but comfortable stretch in the back of your legs. From there, push your body upward, rising as high as possible onto your toes. Imagine the muscles fully stretching at the bottom and powerfully contracting at the top. Perform 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. Tempo is essential. No sudden movements or bouncing at the bottom. Lower in 2 seconds, pause briefly to feel the stretch, and rise in about 1 second using pure muscular strength, without momentum. Now we move into the farmer's walk on the balls of your feet. This exercise connects the strength developed in the previous movements with real-life motion. Strengthening muscles in static positions is one thing. Maintaining dynamic stability while moving is something entirely different. Here, the small stabilizing muscles of the ankle and foot arch come into play, the ones responsible for preventing twists and loss of balance with every step. Hold light weights in your hands or, if you're just starting, keep your arms relaxed at your sides. Stay upright, chest open, shoulders relaxed, and rise onto the balls of your feet. Walk forward with short, controlled steps, without letting your heels touch the ground. Imagine an invisible line pulling the top of your head upward, keeping your posture aligned. You should feel your feet and calves working continuously to maintain balance. Here, we don't count repetitions, we count time or distance. Perform 3 sets of 30 to 45 seconds, or about 20 steps forward and back. Safety comes first. If you feel unstable, do the exercise near a wall and without weight. If cramps appear in the foot arch, stop, stretch, and rest. That's a sign that muscles that were dormant are waking up again. Now, let's look at the front of the lower leg, a region often neglected. Toe raises strengthen the tibialis anterior muscle, which is essential for preventing falls. This muscle is responsible for lifting the foot during walking. When it weakens with age, the foot doesn't lift properly, leading to a dragging step and increasing the risk of tripping. For the basic version, stand with your back against a wall and place your feet slightly in front of your body. Pull the toes upward toward your knees with force. As this becomes easier, you can move to a seated version using a resistance band or a light weight attached to the foot to increase resistance. The goal is always the same. Lift the foot as high as possible, feel a strong contraction in the front of the leg, and slowly return to the starting position. Perform 3 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. A burning sensation is normal and indicates that the muscle is being activated. If you use resistance, keep the movement controlled and aligned without twisting the foot. Finally, we integrate everything with the heel-to-toe rolling exercise. Here, the front and back of the leg learn to work together, reinforcing the natural mechanics of walking. This movement creates a powerful pumping effect, helping eliminate pooled blood and providing an immediate feeling of lightness in the ankles. Stand upright with your feet hip-width apart. Posture tall but relaxed. Begin by shifting your weight onto your heels, slightly lifting your toes. Then smoothly roll your weight forward, passing through the arch of the foot and rising onto the balls of your feet. Imagine your foot as the curved base of a rocking chair, always in contact with the ground, with no abrupt movements. Perform 3 sets of 20 to 30 repetitions at a calm, continuous rhythm. Use a wall or chair for support if needed. The focus here is fluidity, not effort. Understand this: training the legs, especially the calves and ankles, is not vanity. It's a necessity for the entire body structure. To integrate this training without overloading the system, a smart strategy is to alternate intensity. On lighter days, perform the seated and wall-based exercises. On more intense days, include standing heel raises and toe walking. The heel-to-toe rolling movement can be done daily. With just a few minutes per week, you're not only training muscles, you're improving circulation, reducing the risk of falls, and, most importantly, protecting your ability to live independently. The goal is not to look like a magazine cover athlete, but to move with the confidence, stability, and freedom you had when you were younger. Treat your second heart with the respect it deserves, and it will support your strength and your walk for many years to come.